Hey everyone, welcome to This Week in AI and Family Life. If you don't know me, I'm Deborah Kane, I'm a CBT life coach, and I do these weekly Zoom pop-ups. So today, I want to have some real talk time. We usually do, but especially today. So I want you to raise your hand if this has ever crossed your mind. And I mean actually crossed your mind, not just once, a lot. Maybe on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. when you're supposed to be doing something else. Think about this. My kid is going to fall behind because they don't know enough about AI. Raise your hand. Now, keep your hand up if this has also crossed your mind. My kid already spends so much time on screens, I'm not going to add any more. All right, what's going on here? Who has two hands up? Because I know I would. Well, welcome to what I call the trap. And here's the thing, you're not confused. You're not a bad parent. You're not failing at technology. You're not doing something wrong at all. What you are doing is something very specific and very normal that your brain does when it feels overwhelmed. It gives you two bad options and tells you just pick one. Here's two things, pick one. That's your brain at work. It's doing that because it thinks it's the safe way. So today, I'm going to show you why both options on that menu are wrong and what's actually on the menu that you don't even know existed. Okay, let me give this trap a name because once you can name something, it loses about half its power over you. That's just how brains work, trust me. So what you're experiencing is called all or nothing. It's a cognitive distortion. That's just CBT speak for your brain is lying to you, but with good intentions. I mean, it's trying to keep you safe. So all or nothing thinking takes genuinely complex situations and flattens it into two choices, just like I said. So in this case, more tech equals being prepared, and less tech, that equals safe. So you need to pick one. Well, the problem is that the framing is completely wrong. It's a fake menu. Talk about fake AI. It's a fake menu. And here's what's happening. Biologically, when you're stuck in it, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that's great at nuanced decision making, basically it just clocks out. And another part, the amygdala, that's your brain's smoke detector. It takes over. The amygdala is excellent at spotting danger, but it's really bad at strategy. So instead of asking, what does healthy intentional tech use actually look like for my specific kid? Your brain is just screaming, more danger, less danger, choose. Neither option feels right. And that's because neither option is right. The real question, the one your amygdala is actively blocking you from asking, is this. What kind of tech exposure actually builds skills? What kind just burns time? As parents, we could probably figure that out, right? But there's a big difference, and your brain isn't getting it. And that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, so let's actually look at this falling behind fear, because I think it's worth pulling apart. When parents say their kid is going to fall behind in AI, what do they actually mean? They mean other kids know how to use ChatGPT and mine doesn't. Or other kids know how to create an image, mine doesn't. Which, okay, fine, maybe that's true. There's always some kids that know more and some kids that don't. But knowing how to type a prompt into a chatbot is not the skill gap that we should be losing sleep over. Here's what the research actually shows matters for kids in the AI age. Number one, critical thinking. I think I say this on pretty much every weekly video because it's always a thing. Can they look at an AI output and ask, is this actually right? Can they spot when something sounds confident but actually is wrong? Number two, emotional regulation. Another big one. Can they put the device down Can they notice when they're using it out of boredom versus genuine need? Some adults have problems with that too, right? And number three, creative direction. Can they tell AI what they want, evaluate what comes back, and then decide if it's good enough? That is a skill. That's actually the skill. Notice what's not on that list: the time spent, the volume, the amount, how early they started. I mean, I have my own opinions on that, but it's not part of the science. So, a kid who has spent 2 hours a week using AI intentionally, with a parent asking, "What did you notice? What would you change? Do you think that answer is actually true?" is further ahead than the kid who spent 20 hours a week passively consuming AI generated content. And that's not opinion, guys. That's how skill building works neurologically. So, when you're scared your kid is falling behind, ask yourself, behind in what specifically? Because there's a good chance the thing you're picturing isn't actually the thing that really matters. I want to stop here and give you what I call a kismet fact, because this one generally stopped me cold when I first read it. A study out of MIT found that when students asked AI to complete a task without thinking critically about the output, just accepting whatever it gave them, their ability to recall that information later was significantly lower than students who hadn't used AI at all. Let me say that more simply, because it really matters. Using AI without critical engagement might actually make learning worse, not better. Which means, and I cannot stress this enough, a child who has never touched AI but has strong critical thinking skills is in a better position than a child who has used AI 100 times but just accepting every answer that it gives them. And this is why how your kid uses technology matters infinitely more than how much they use it. And this is why your fear isn't actually about screen time. It's about whether your kid has the cognitive tools to use any technology well. And we can do something about this. So, if the goal isn't more screen time or less screen time, then what is it? It's directed, purposeful tech exposure. That's it. Here's what that looks like, though, in real life, not in theory. So, first, the fact check. Make fact checking a habit that you use all the time, and your kids use it also. Next time your kid uses AI for homework or just for curiosity, your job is to ask one question: how do you know that's right? What? That's it. Just how do you know it's right? You don't need to know the answer. You just need to model the question. And over time, they start asking it themselves. That's the skill. Notice I said homework or curiosity, okay? It can be done on a fun level as well. It doesn't always have to be about work. Number two, the build something rule. Passive AI, which I've talked about recently, just reading what it says, watching what it makes, accepting what it gives, it builds very little in the person using it. But active AI, things like asking it to help create something, then evaluating that result, and then improving it, that builds a ton. One quick way to shift this: give your kid a project, something simple, something that you know they're probably going to enjoy doing. Maybe a letter to someone, or a recipe, or even a short story. Ask them to use AI to help draft it, then ask them to improve it. Now, who's doing the thinking? Your kid. AI is just the tool. And the third thing, the conversation, not the lecture. The parents I work with who are raising genuinely tech savvy kids are not the ones with the most sophisticated parental controls. They're the ones having regular, low stakes conversations about tech at the dinner table. Things like, "Hey, I read something weird about AI today. Have you heard about this?" That's it. Simple, everyday language. Communication is everything, guys. Curiosity is contagious. So you don't need to be an expert. I've said that over and over hundreds of times. You just need to be the person asking questions. So here's where I want to leave you today. You're not stuck between two bad options. You were never stuck between two bad options. Your brain just handed you a fake menu because it was scared and it wants to be safe and it takes the easy way. The real goal isn't less screen time or more screen time. It's intentional time, time that builds the actual skills your kid needs to navigate an AI world with confidence and discernment. And that you can do that, even if you don't know anything about AI, even if your kids know more than you, and especially if your kids know more than you, because then your job isn't to be the expert. It's to be the person who asks the right questions, who's curious. Even asking your kid to teach you something, you would be surprised the benefits that you'll both get out of that. So if this hits home and you want to actually build these skills with a community of parents who get it, I want to invite you to Raising Digital Natives. It's a free group on Facebook, and it will be full of new parents, not new parents, but new to the group parents asking these exact kinds of questions. The link's in the description. It's free, and we'd love to have you. And if you're ready to go deeper, like actually learn how to guide your kids into AI exposure step by step in the appropriate ways where age matters and timing matters and all of it, then AI Made Simple is exactly that. It's for parents, grandparents, even educators. It gives you real tools, real conversations, no panic required. There's other things as well. So hop into Raising Digital Natives on Facebook, and there's tons of information there for you. Check it out on my website at dashlife.com and keep asking the hard questions, guys. That's literally what the research says works. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.